Hello, ladies and gents, non-binary people. Romie Mojo here. Please like, comment, subscribe. No. Look, if you thought that something's wrong with CAIN, something is wrong with CAIN. CAIN, you actually let your mother convince you to go and potentially kill off your father. And you actually bought into Tariq going and baiting you into doing it because it's like, oh, Tariq offed his dad, so you can't do it. I'm thinking, CAIN has always given us, he has a couple of screws loose. A couple of screws are missing, which is why he's always been off. But, and then to think, you really thought that Daddy's girl and Papa's boy were, aka Drew and Diana, that they were going to agree to go and allow their father to be killed and then go and start a new life with Dante, Mecca, whoever he is. And for the people who actually thought that Monet was really going after Lorenzo, oof, I tried to warn you. I tried to warn you, and I tried to tell you. That made no sense. That made no sense. And I was right. But anywho, I'm glad that Mecca died. I sure am. I sure am. I don't care that he did. And I'm glad that it was Monet that did it. I feel a certain way that Zeke, who we've always said was less than smart, had multiple screws loose. Didn't even have a screw to work with. Got clipped. Because we know he's dead. I said, what? And for it to be Lorenzo to do, I said, first of all, I understand that's Dante's car. But sir, did that even remotely look like Dante? How did Dante become a brown skinned, 6 foot something black man? Obviously black man. Like we all African in us, but to various degrees, like, Lorenzo. And then how long is it going to take for Monet to put 2 and 2 together? Because you know that's eventually going to happen. And, ooh, when that happens, let's give it up for Brayden. Thank you, Brayden, for... Actually, let's think about that for a second. Brayden had immunity either way. Someone just had to take the stand. So it was easy for rich Brayden to go and say that he was the one who started the company that was selling drugs on campus, course correct, because his name was on the dotted line. So he used that as proof, and his dad is going to pay to make it go away because he's a Weston. That's how this works. Brayden could literally boop someone and his father would still have to clean up the mess because that's what happens when you're attached to old money. Come on. It's like logic. Whew. So there was that. So then he had to leave and I was like, CAIN, you better not blow up his spot. CAIN, you better not say anything about old girl, Lauren. And Lauren's gone. Lauren's dead. I don't know exactly what Effie did, but it explains why she seemed so guilty and was trying to get Tariq to move forward. Whew. When Tariq found that out, I felt bad. I felt bad because it's one of those things where this guy constantly has so much loss around him. It's too much. So him winning his court case, we love that. Him going and getting Yaz out of the system, working a way to get Yaz out of the system so that Yaz could be with the mother. I said, okay, so filming with Queens is over right now, which means, because right now they're filming the 3rd season of Power Book Ghost, so it makes sense that Tasha should be in this 3rd season. But I was like, she knows that he did this, and she knew that he was in that car. She's not dumb. She knows how this works. She knows how this works. She's a smart cookie. She got caught up, but she is a smart cookie, and sometimes we forget about that. So I'm glad that he was able to do that for his family. So I guess we can more so focus Effie. I don't know. Effie, I know that she likes Tariq. I don't know what her end game is, but I know that she's in danger. Everyone is in danger. I'm wondering if Braden's going to come back next season because obviously he has to leave the school because him acknowledging that he was the one selling the drugs and all of that. So they're not going to let him back on campus. Well, I mean, he is a West End, so maybe, but there's so much negativity surrounded by the school. Councilman Tate is vicious, and I'm not mad. Him going and doing all of this stuff because remember he had to throw his brother under the bus. So now him employing his brother because now he wants more. Remember, he has his own spinoff. So it makes sense that we probably won't see him next season because he does have his own spinoff. But this was their way of ushering in that spinoff because I think he's supposed to be the 5th book or something like that because Reigning Kanan is either book 2 or book 3. It's all confusing, but it is awesome that they have their own version of like a Marvel universe, a Power series universe. That is awesome. So you have to give it up to them for that, whether you like 50 and not. You have to give them up for that. This season, so the whole takedown of Mecca. Him finally acknowledging, look, I know I can't trust you, CAIN. I know you can't be trusted, but Monet convincing Dante that CAIN was going to kill, because he was. And everyone knowing except for him. So then now it also begs the question of, so Tariq having to stop him from offing his father's like, no, that's not the real plan. I'm like, Lorenzo, you're still going to allow CAIN in your home, even though CAIN tried to blow you? He was willing to blow you? You're going to allow CAIN in your home? Okay, let's see how that makes sense, but that's fine. It was just beautiful to see this family come together to take down this one man. I didn't even care about how they did it. I was just so happy to see. Now hold up. Drew and this little situation with Elliot. I'm like, oh, I'm so tired of this relationship. I want this to end. It's annoying me and my homies. Because at times both of them could be so whiny. And then other times we have Drew, that's the straight killer. I'm like, that's something we need. That's what I want to see. Even though we know that's only one side of his personality. And that only comes out because of his family. Oh, poor thing. I am liking how Diana is positioning herself in the family, especially since Monet was trying to hold her down. Well, I should say keep her down. Yeah, I do like that. CAIN is on borrowed time. I feel like next season we're probably going to lose one. Oh, actually, technically we did lose one of the kids with Zeke. So maybe with that, the other kids will be spared for another season or 2. I just realized that. Because we lost Zeke, we did meet the quota of one of the kids had to go. I do feel bad though, because Zeke truly was the prime definition of collateral damage. Speaking of Zeke, you go into the police station, and even though at the end you corroborated everything, so your mother was safe, but you going and even put her in jeopardy by putting it into question for that thirsty detective irked me. I didn't appreciate that. I didn't like that. And you got put on notice for that. So you being clipped, you were a liability. We have to keep it real. Zeke is dumb. I know we like to say that about people, but Zeke is dumb. And so he's a liability. He had to go. He did. Like Lauren. Lauren is a goody two-shoes. She wasn't built for this. Technically, no one should be built for this, but she really wasn't built for this. So she was a liability. She had to go. Now she can go back to, the Oval. Maybe they'll kill off the brother and have her magically come back as prim and proper. Tyler Perry. That's another person for another day. But yeah, this second season did exactly what a lot of people were hoping what the first season would do. But you had to build on something. And boy, did they. Dante being double, triple crossed and him being so shocked. I'm glad that Mary, bloop, bloop. And remember, Tariq needed the money. So he thought that he was going to go and quit and leave the game. But then the reality was that he can't go anywhere because now he needs to go and raise those funds so that he can pay off his lawyer, so that he can be cool and copacetic and life can just continue on as it is. Which means Effie's still going to be in the picture, which means Braden's probably going to come back into the picture at some point, even if it's outside the campus. I'm excited to see where this goes. I am excited to see where this goes. But Tariq and this whole everyone around him keeps dying thing, I don't know. I don't know how much more he has it, how much more he has in him. Even though Tariq did drop another body. So he's slowly becoming desensitized from this stuff. Slowly. Yeah, so that's it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Sorry for this being so late, but better late than never. Check out my past reactions. Stay tuned for future reactions, recaps, reviews, you name it.